Hey everybody, this is the creator and founder of Andrea Rose LLC, aka your girl Lee, coming back to you with a new YouTube video. I know it's been a minute. I think it's been like maybe a month and a half, maybe almost two, since I came back from the Dominican Republic. Um, but of course, before I get into what we're gonna talk about tonight, of course, Andrea Rose LLC sales. Gotta talk about it. So, right now the entire site is 30% off. I don't have an end date for it, so go shop, enjoy all of our shops we have to offer. As the time goes, I am also going to finally have new merchandise rolling in. I'm just trying to configure like where I'm gonna put it and things like that. So I'm gonna start having some stuff rolling by the end of the summer. I know I've said in the past that we would be ready by the spring, but it's been extremely difficult with my situation where trying to fit in, trying to look for really good vendors because I don't want to buy nothing cheap. I don't want nothing cheapy. I want good material and I want to sell quality items because that's what Andrea Rose is about. We're about, promoting positivity, good motivation, and we want people to feel good in our stuff, even with my custom stuff, with the motivational signs and the sayings and I just want you to feel like real good. So the stuff is coming, guys. I'm also going to be still doing the cosmetics line, so just bear with me. I know it's taking a little bit, but we will get the ball rolling very soon, so just hang tight. Also, for Keito's donation and sharing of his GoFundMe page is still on my Instagram. I guess I can tag it below too. I'm gonna go ahead and tag the tag below. So all you have to do is click the link. And then you can just share it, donate, prayers, anything we appreciate, during this rough time for us, especially for my girls, because they really miss their dad. So, anything helps. It's for his medical bills, which are extremely high, like extremely high. So if you can donate, share, prayers, anything for our family, that'll be great. So I want to get into it. So this is a topic that I wanted to talk about for a little bit now because I felt like it needed to be said. So as I previously stated in previous videos, I am currently dating someone who lives out of the country. Now, when I started dating this person, this was before the girl's dad's accident. This was literally like a month before everything just happened. So, I feel like this is going to be kind of like a guide to even other people who are going through the same thing, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of us out here, male and female, who are going through the same kind of situation that I am. So, I've been dating this person for almost a year now. And when I want to say, like, when my daughter's father's accident happened, I was like full force into jumping into overdrive, trying to make sure that, he was well taken care of and, making sure everything was, cool and things like that. So there was like a little friction because what I did was I kind of kept my boyfriend under wraps a little bit just because I didn't really want people to focus on, well, why is she supporting her baby daddy if she has a boyfriend? And I want people to understand that that's not what it's about. This is nothing personal that has anything to do with what happened to my baby daddy. So, I had this issue where people were having problems with the fact that I actually moved on to someone else. And then when this accident happened, a lot of people were confused on what was going on, and they were thinking that me and my baby daddy were together, but in fact I had a boyfriend still at that time. And I think a lot of people felt some kind of way, like his his close people felt some kind of way because that's their boy. And like we're cool, like me and his people were cool, but that's their boy, and then I'm dating somebody else. So it's like I feel like they kind of trickle back a little bit from the support. So it was a hard ordeal to deal with, but you know what? It is what it is, At the end of the day, it's like you can support if something like this happens to the father of your children or the mother of your children. I feel as though you should still support the other parent because that other parent also has a responsibility to your children. And if you can't see fit that the other parent isn't right or isn't feeling well, then I feel as though like you're putting like all this into like a negative ball where you're going to create all this stress. So I'm trying my best to make sure that my daughter's father is taken care of, because number one, he needs to get back to, I mean, it's probably not going to be exactly how he was, but I want him to get back to a place where he's comfortable, where he can spend time with his daughters, because regardless, children need both of their parents. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's been so many awesome kids who, sometimes the parents are absent, but for the parents that were not absent, as such as my daughter's father, he was not absent, that's different. So, a lot of people had an issue with me moving on. And I understand it. I get it. That's your boy. But when you're dealing with someone, you can't just drop your significant other because this incident happened. But what you can do is support the other parent, because that is your children's parent, and you want to make sure that your kids see that, because that means that, hey, you do care about my dad, you do care about my mom, and you're trying your best to make sure that they're good, because of the fact that even though mommy has a boyfriend or daddy has a girlfriend, I'm my parents still care enough about us to make sure that the other parent is okay. So I need people to start thinking that way. And I know there's a lot of us going through that. And it sucks, because it's like you just can't get the support 100% from one side just because of that one factor of you dating someone else. So I kind of wanted to give a little bit of advice about that, because I've noticed a lot, and I am so happy and thankful that I went through this experience, because I've actually got to see a lot. So the one thing for anybody who is also going through the same exact thing, I want you to understand, number one, your relationship has nothing to do with anybody else. Focus on the person. If this ever happened to anybody where their children's father, mother, anything in the family was injured and they cannot care for themselves and you want to be involved, whatever the outside people have to say, do not worry about what they have to say. I have ignored so many people, because of the ignorance. Like, I haven't had the support that I got in the beginning is not there. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be there. The minute they find out that you have a significant other from the other, against the other party, or however they think it in their minds, they're not going to support you how they say that they're going to support you. So I've noticed that. Once I announced my boyfriend in the limelight, I kept him under wraps for a couple months because I wanted people to focus primarily on the girl's dad, because I wanted people to understand what was happening. I wanted people to pray for him. I wanted people to help us, try to help us get through this, because it's a hard time. I mean, it's been almost 9 months, and we're still waiting for him to kind of like come back to us. But it's been a long 9 months. So we're focusing on him. You know what I mean? Like, we're focusing, all of our positive energy, everything on him, so we can get him better, to get him back to his girls, because that's who misses him sincerely the most. We all miss him. And it's like, I wanted people to focus on him, not, oh, his baby mama has a boyfriend. Like, that has nothing to do with what just happened. I need you to focus on him and his daughters. If you can't support his daughters because the mother has a significant other, then you're not really his friend, because you're not supporting his daughters. His daughters is a part of him. You know what I mean? So for anyone who's going through, and this is new, like, this is new to me. This never happened to me. So I'm just learning as I'm going. So this is why I wanted to kind of like put this video out there, because I felt that energy for the past couple months. Like, I felt that energy. The same people that said that they would be there for me on his side, I've noticed was not there for me the minute that I announced that I have a boyfriend. And I've had this boyfriend for almost a year now. So it's like, he's not a new person. He's been around. So, that support kind of like brushed off to the side the minute that announcement was made. But it had to be said, because a lot of people were getting confused. A lot of people, were assuming that, we were together and things like that. Like, we're still cool. We're still cool. Co-parenting. We were still talking, arguing like usual, because that's just what we do. That's just what we do. That's just what me and the girl's dad did. That's what we do. And, we're just cool like that. He'll just randomly text me like some stuff, you know what I mean? And then I'll just text him back some stuff, That's the kind of relationship that we had. So I don't want people to think that it was like a bitter, oh, you dating somebody else. No, it wasn't like that. We're still cool. And I'm, at the end of the day, I'm still rooting for him. I'm still trying to make sure he's good. I still got his Bob Marley CD I'm trying to give to him. Do you understand? This is how cool and tight we are. I know what what he's about, what he likes, and things like that. So, don't feel guilty. Anyone who's going through this, do not feel guilty for trying to support the other parent who is co-parenting with you, because this is for your children. This is for my girls. So I don't want anyone to feel as though they should feel guilty for putting their boyfriend out just so people can understand where they're coming from. And another thing people have to understand is that life goes on. Regardless of what's going on, you are supporting the other parent, but you have to understand that life goes on. We cannot pause for a minute because of what's going on. The only thing we can do is just let the doctors do what they're supposed to do. Let the people who do rehab do what they're supposed to do. Let the other parent, even if the parent was not injured, let the other parent do what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? So you shouldn't have to feel guilty about your relationship. And I felt like I had that on my chest and I had that on my shoulder for like months. Like, I just felt like people just stopped supporting me because of the fact that I was dating somebody, and the fact that the person that I'm dating is not even in this damn country. So that's why I'm just like, what's going on? Like, where's the support? Like, you say you support my daughters, but I haven't seen anyone like that. You know what I mean? I've only seen like 5% out of 100, and like, it's a sad case, and I don't want no one to feel like how I've been feeling. Like, I really feel as though a lot of people, and this is a problem with people and stigmas and egos and things like that. Like, I understand, like, if you want to, you want to be on a team on your, your boy or your girl's side, But at the same time, you have to kind of look within instead of being, oh, I'm just going to choose this side. You have to look on both ends of the spectrum and understand that people are going to move on with their lives. Some people are just not meant to be together. Some people are just meant to be friends. That's something that people have to understand. And a lot of people don't get it. And it's something that's learned, as time goes. So for me, I felt as though um I felt real comfortable, like inching out, just little by little, just putting my boyfriend out there, just because I kind of didn't want anybody like kind of like fluctuating kind of like in my business. Oh, like where's he from and who is he and all this other stuff. And it's just like I didn't want no one to focus on that. And I think anyone who's in the situation should feel the same way. Like you don't want anybody to like focus on what being nosy kind of in a sense. Like we just want to put you out there just to let you know, like, hey, this is my boyfriend, and then boom, that's it. That's it. But we are focusing on trying to get this person, prayers and things like that, or focusing on the other parent if something did happen, not primarily on what was just put. So it took me a while to put that on Facebook. Um, And I felt like my boyfriend felt some kind of way because he felt as though like I was, I like if I was like hiding him or something. And I felt really bad. I felt really bad because it's like I shouldn't have to feel that way um, because of what happened. But I did feel that way because of what happened, because I didn't want people to think that, you know, my boyfriend is the current is the the focus. That's not the focus. The focus is we're trying to figure out what we can do to help my daughter's father because he's in a really bad situation right now. I didn't want no one to focus on that because that wasn't important as this, because the girls need this man. So it took me a minute to think about when I wanted to kind of put that out in the open. And also I wanted to talk about like I said, like the friend stigmas. Like anyone who's going through the same situation, do not feel some kind of way because of the friends on the other side, like baby daddy, husband, ex-husband, whatever the case may be. I have no everybody's situations are completely different, so I have no idea. But if you feel as though you're comfortable enough to open up and let people know, hey, this is my significant other. I want you to have the same respect for him as you have for my ex. Like you still have to have respect. So, that's why I would say things and let people know, like, hey, by the way, my boyfriend, he does support everything that's happening. He's always sending prayers for my daughter's father because he's out there praying for him. His family is praying for him because they want him to get better for his girl. So, it's like you have to understand that it's just the stigmas with people, it doesn't get old and it never changes. And I had to realize that that's just how people are. Um, and it's sad that it takes a situation like that to kind of understand a lot about people when they tell you that they're there for you and they're not really there. Um, so anyone who's going through something like this, like, don't feel no kind of way about it. Be happy. That's why when I did go to the Dominican Republic, I felt super comfortable putting pictures of my significant other, um, out on the platform. And I'm still supporting the girl's dad because he is, again, still the important factor. No one forgot about him. Okay. And, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to make sure that that man is taken care of because, you know, he needs to be good for his daughters. And I need him to be strong for his daughters because they miss the crap out of him. So I'm trying to make sure that he's taken care of. He gets the therapy that he needs. He has what he needs and things like that because at the end of the day, he's still my family. So it does not matter what anybody has to think or say. And this goes for anybody, again, who is going through the same situation that I am. That is still your family regardless, because you have children together. So he is my family, and I'm making sure that he is getting taken care of. On the outskirts, I still have my boyfriend, who's 1,000% supportive and supports me and my daughters and their dad, by, he talks to the girls every day. He's consoling them, like they have fun on the phone. They're always giggling, laughing. I mean, they run away from the phone all the time, but like they're getting used to him, and he's trying to step in there and trying to keep their mind stimulated and busy and fun because of what is happening with their dad. So it's like, it's things like that people don't think about, but it's something that they should think about when they decide to kind of like pull away from a situation just because someone has a significant other. So, everybody out there that's going through the same thing that I am, because this is a hard situation, do not feel ashamed of your significant other. If you want to put pictures out there, do it. Do it. And if someone has something to say, that's too bad. Too bad. Life goes on. But that doesn't mean that your loyalty or your support is going to change for the other person if they are going through something traumatic, such as what I'm going through. So, you just have to let that be known. Continue to support what's happening on this side, so that way, the person is taken care of. At the same time, you have your relationship with your significant other, and then you're balancing your work life, your family life. So it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And that's why it's like, I felt like this was like sitting on my chest for like months. And I wanted to put it on a YouTube video. I just didn't know how or when I felt comfortable to do it, but I feel like now is the right time, just because it's been quite a minute since everything happened. But I feel a lot better now that everything is full surface. Like, like a lot of people do support my relationship with my significant other, as well as support my support that I give my daughter's father. So I have, support on both spectrums now. Everybody respects it because at the end of the day, I'm handling my stuff. I'm making sure my daughters are taken care of. I'm making sure my crib is taken care of. I'm making sure bills is paid. I'm making sure everything is good. So, everybody's coming full circle, full surface, spectrum. I done lost over 40 pounds. I look smaller. So, I feel great. I'm trying to stay fit and healthy for my daughters. Like, literally, the minute that this accident happened, I literally had to jump on the bandwagon on lose weight because I knew everything would trickle on me. So, it's been a rough road. It's been long and it's been rough, and I'm exhausted and tired, and I'm, going crazy sometimes. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to make sure, because me and my daughter's father had a long talk before. It was a long time ago when the girls were real small. And we always talked about if something happened to one of us. And, sadly, he got into this crazy accident, but we're praying he's gonna come back, which he's gonna come back. And we were saying how we had certain ways how we wanted to raise them, and I'm following how we had that talk. We had discussions on how we wanted to raise these kids. They need to learn their Spanish. They need to learn this. They need to learn that. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. So, I'm following the guide on what we agreed upon. If something happened to one of us, whether it was me or whether it was him, we agreed on how to raise our girls together. Whether he's messed up, I'm messed up, he's gone, I'm gone, that's just the reality of it. And regardless, life goes on, as we say. So, and my daughters understand that. So, anybody that's going through something like this, you pretty much know, like how this is a little hard. It's a little hard. So Other than that, I think it's a good idea. I think it's real healthy too to just kind of like release that, instead of hiding stuff. I mean, there's certain things that you want to keep private though, just because certain things you don't want people to really be in your business with your significant other, but as far as like just putting it out there, there is absolutely nothing wrong with letting the world know while you're supporting the co-parent on this side that hey, yes, I have a significant other here. I'm just letting you guys know here's he or she, and I love them and I support them. And then boom, here's the co-parent. Yes, I love them too because they're my family, regardless, or even if I don't love them, I like them just because they're my daughter, sons, dad, mom, and I support them because at the end of the day, their kids need that parent. So I just want to tell you guys, do not judge anybody. You don't know what anybody is going through. You don't know, unless you've been through the same situation, you can't really judge someone for moving on with their lives as if, you know, they're not supposed to, because that's just not how life works. So I just wanted to come and let you guys know that. So, if you guys again have any questions, I know some of my words are a little stumbly. I mean, it's like 12:45 at night and I still have to wake up for work tomorrow. But if you guys have any questions, you want to reach out to me, you're more than welcome to DM me on Instagram, inbox me on Facebook. Like, I will talk to you. I do not bite. So I like to talk to people. I have my bachelor's degree in behavioral science, and I tend to go back for my master's in counseling because this is something that we all need, and our mental health is very important. Like, this is important. This is, how the brain and the heart control the function. If you don't have mental capabilities up here, you can't do anything. You're going to go nuts, okay? You're going to go crazy. You're going to break down. You're not going to be able to focus. So, this is important. And this is why every day on our Instagram page, we relay positive, positive, positive quotes, things to think about, empowering quotes. Even if when I feel like crap, I'm still sitting there putting out positive quotes because I need everybody to focus and pay attention, because this is the kind of world we live in. We live in the kind of world where they want you to get unfocused so you can't be the best version of yourself. So you have to focus. So if you guys have any questions, again, don't hesitate to reach out to me. My Instagram, Facebook tags are in the bio, so make sure you just click it, inbox me. And also, before you leave, make sure you like, subscribe, comment on the video. How do you guys feel about the stigmas between supporting the co-parent and having a significant other? Does it bother you? Do you feel as though it could cause a friction in the relationship with your significant other? I need y'all to comment below and tell me how you feel, because that's exactly where I'm at, and it's long. I can talk all day, but I just want people to understand that this is just life, and life keeps going just like the world keeps turning. All right, guys. Well, again, this is your girl Lee. I'm signing off. Again, don't forget to visit the website. We have a 30% sale going on. We are heading into the weekend, so I hope you guys have a blessed weekend. Happy Juneteenth to everybody. Get them cookouts, have some music, some fun. And congratulations to all the graduates out there, because everybody's graduating. My baby graduates today. It's after 12 over here on the East Coast. So my baby graduates preschool today, and that's why I said it's going to be a sad event, because their dad cannot be there, but he will be there because I will have a picture of him. I'm going to surprise our oldest daughter. I'm going to have a picture of him with me in my lap, so she knows that daddy's there, even though he couldn't be there. So you guys have a great weekend. God bless all of you, and I'm out of here. Take care.